Officialwatches.co.uk. Proud sponsors of Cage Fighter.
Welcome to Cage Fighter, the show that loves MMA. Grant Waterman, give me 5. Mug. Anyway, listen, I got you on that one. Grant, who have you brought? I asked for not just a fighter, but someone who was talented.
You asked me for an entertainer, Dave.
Yep.
And that's what I've got.
Can you stop hitting me?
Sorry. It's Lee Doski.
Lee, the guitar man, Doski. Oh. Lee, and you brought your old mate Guitar.
Brought it with me today, mate.
Now, I hope later on you're going to give us just a little ka-ching.
I will.
Yeah.
Not made the 9 for all you people at home.
But not just yet. I mean, I'll give you that name, Lee the Guitar Man Doski. Because
Yeah, but that was when I was losing. Now I'm winning. I've been upgraded. You're only as good as your last 3 wins. And I'm Lee the Guitar Hero Doski now.
Lee the Guitar Hero
like it.
Doski.
Thank you, mate.
Oh, oh no.
4 wins.
Show. Now, you fought the lot. We're just talking over. You fought Paul Daly. You fought Dan Hardy. Jez Loudon. So you're fighting all these UFC stars, and you're in guitar land. I mean, it's not fair.
But you, to be fair, you fought them 5-6 years ago.
Oh man, yeah. When I was older and they were young.
just a little young boy.
But
yeah, I've had a few guys.
Your record doesn't reflect your talent. In all fairness, you've got a record of 15 wins, 13 losses, 1 draw.
1 draw, yeah.
I mean, that's a hell of a lot of fights.
It's a lot of fights.
But, you know, people might look at the balance there, 13 losses, but it doesn't. You've been around a long time, haven't you?
Since starting at 2001, I remember the first time a cage come into the country, and I
February 2002.
Yeah.
Was you on that one, Portsmouth?
Cage Wars 1.
No.
No, you weren't there. See, that's
the second time a cage come into the country. I was busy that night.
You've got to remember, we are pioneers of the sport. We've been around since the day dot. So don't you lie to us, Doski.
No, I made myself sound like a nerd then.
Anyway, listen, without further ado, I reckon it's time to look at the Doskinator. This one is Moiston versus Lee, the Guitar Hero. Doski.
Can he let me take you down? So many ways to sub ya. Can he? I can break you down. I got so many ways to sub ya. The crowd are like, oh my gosh. Bish bash bosh. If the crowd get behind me, they're gonna see a KO. Oh 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 my gosh.
Lee, I respect your fighting, respect your record, but I don't respect your singing. So let's just keep it to the fighting tonight.
Quick to block those knees, does a good job of doing so.
He needed to as well, Pierre, because Moiston is very aggressive at this stage to force the issue.
Good standing elbows.
That was a good right cross onto Doski. Doski's got to keep the head up, and what I want him to do, he needs to get his hips closer to Moiston's hips to stuff those kicks, and then go into clinch and maybe try for a takedown. Good left, straight left.
Countered nicely though, Pierre, immediately.
The thing about it is Doski has to calm down a little bit, and he's going to do that as the round progresses. Now, the thing is, Moiston, hopefully he does it a good shot. However, Moiston able to stuff it and immediately takes top position.
Doski instantly with the inside guard though, able to fend his man off. I don't think Moiston wants to know on the ground. Feeling very confident on his feet.
Now, Lee Doski slipped that big right immediately into clinch, looks for a leg trip. Now, Doski in top position, Moiston with his back to the ground. Now he's got to be careful that he doesn't use the cage to get back to the feet or to possibly reverse this position.
Big fist from Doski, heavy hands. Moiston does a good job though and turns the tables. Moiston inside the guard of Doski now.
Now Doski needs to tie up the arms, protect himself intelligently, look to grab, the arms like he's doing right now. Possible sweep, submission attempts.
Good work by Doski, uses the rubber guard, comes up and over.
Possible omoplata attempt right here, very close. Submission attempt by Lee Doski, legs are up high, looking for possible arm bar. Moisten is defending well.
As we go into the last 10 seconds, Lee Doski tries to snap on the armbar. Could it be too much, too late? Moisten looks in trouble, but he must have heard the clap.
That was so close. That was so close at the end there.
I love Lee, so I'm erring towards Lee taking the round. However, I think it's going to be called a draw. Now look here. Moisten gets that top position off of a failed Doski takedown attempt. Moisten very good in that top position. Look, Lee has, that was more of a power move. Sliding him down the cage, gets top position, grapevine in the legs. However, later on, Moisten advances his position right here, I believe. He turns him right here, and he gets the reversal. That's right, Doski found his hips in a bad position, was able to be turned by Moisten.
Now let's also talk about this. We talk about a round of 2 hounds regularly.
So Pierre, give us some insight. What would the corner have said to Doski?
Keep the hands up, pepper him with the jab. Stay on the outside of his lead leg and fire that straight left. Don't go to the ground if you don't have to. You have the quicker punches.
And again, Doski shoots. Looks for the takedown.
And I've got to be honest, Pierre, I felt that was the wrong tactic at that time. He was sharp up right there. He went for the shoot. I think it was unnecessary.
Why change something if it ain't broken? Saying that, Lee Doski gets the takedown and immediately advances to side position. Short knees to the shoulder of Moisten just to let him know he's there.
For me, I think, judging by the end of the first round, I think Doski felt very comfortable on the ground. We don't know what Doski's feeling down there when he's on top of Moisten or when they're in those close positions. He obviously feels that he can feel comfortable down there and dominate position like he is now.
Now Moisten, knee on belly, throwing the shots. Doski, top position.
Leon's looking, Pierre. Leon is looking very close now. He's asking Moisten to defend himself.
It's over.
He gave him the time. He asked him.
Got the takedown here. Double leg, tees him off so he doesn't end up in half guard or full guard. He goes, advances to knee on belly here in a second. Once he goes knee on belly, he just starts throwing the shots. And he doesn't stop. It's working. Hammer fist straight down the pipe. Now, guys, just to let you know, I think that Lee Doski has mentioned to the corner that he's broken his left hand. Wow. After a dominant performance like that, that sucks. But again, look back to the replay. Hammer fist. Just, he's staying busy.
Well, Pierre, basically, it was just after I said I felt he made a mistake taking it to the ground. How wrong could I be? It proved to be the perfect tactic.
Very good win for Lee Doski.
Those blows coming in. Now when we see it from this angle, boys, it was the right call by the referee, surely.
Well, that just shows you Kenny Moisten was unbeaten at the time, and they thought, oh, Doski's a great gatekeeper.
Kenny Moisten was 4-0.
4-0, but
that doesn't include his Thai boxing and K1 record.
Yeah, a bit of a stand-up.
Yeah, and his amateur and semi-pro.
And he's actually the Thai boxing instructor down at ZT Fight School.
That's right, that's what I found out, yeah.
He's got credentials.
But a lot of people don't even know that in that fight you actually broke your arm but carried on. Wouldn't tell anybody.
Do you know, I really got in a lot of trouble for that. He got me in a lot of trouble because I had booked a holiday 2 days after. I was there in the swimming pool, holding a little boy in the swimming pool with my arm out, my shoulder, put on about 2 inches of muscle, keeping a cast out of the swimming pool for a week. So yeah, I'm not pleased about that.
But don't worry, listen, that's all part and parcel of the job. But lison, you've got that guitar there. Can you actually play it, or are you just hugging onto it for dear life?
No, I do.
Have a little ding dong. Here, Grant, hold on to me for this.
Oh, here we go, yeah.
He can actually play.
Well, we'll see.
Here we go. What would you do if I shot in on you? Would you stand up and sprawl out on me? Lend me your cauliflower ears and I'll sing you a song. Just remember to cheer for Doski. Oh, I'll get by with a little help from my fans. I keep my hands high with a little help from my friends. I don't even mind getting a black eye with a little help from my friends. How about that?
Come on, our audience, come on. Do you know what?
If we had some lighters there, we could have held them up.
Oh, mate, I'll get a little tinkle in my little heart. Anyway, I've got to move on with some fighting. This one is Submission of the Week. Your good old mate, Jack the Stone Mason. Check it out.
Double jag takes the back. Very good.
Mason looking for the takedown. Greig does a good job of turning his body inside the body lock. Making it hard work for Mason to get that takedown now.
Now, guys, for me, that was a huge mistake because he had the back and he allowed Greig to turn around. That is
when you're at this level of experience from these men, these moments are pivotal, aren't they?
Saying that. Now, Jack, oh my God.
That was a beautiful sweep, but Grieg managed to fight his way back up.
Now, Jack needs to make sure.
He's got the guillotine choke. Is he going to send it in? He's managed to get Grieg to the ground. Mason puts it out in. He's got it.
To the cage.
Wow, it's the guillotine choke. And here's the guillotine choke. You can see he jumped into it standing, pulled his opponent down, and you can see the grimace on his face.
Wow, another guillotine. I mean, Jack is famous for his old guillotines, Doski.
We get it in the gym all the time. He just wraps his arms around your neck, and he's a strong bloke as well.
He even guillotined somebody's foot once, didn't he? And he'll hook them.
It's more like a
They were round the wrong way.
By mistake, you know, I'll grab onto anything. Anyway, more about guillotines, more about the Guitar Man after the break.
Officialwatches.co.uk. Proud sponsors of Cage Fighter.
Dave O'Donnell had a cage, E-I-E-I-O, and in that cage he had two relatively unpleasant-looking violent individuals, E-I-E-I-O, with an omoplata here and a go-go platter here. Jaws will break, noses splatter, doesn't matter who I batter. Dave O'Donnell had a cage, E-I-E-I-O. Can I do a friendly bit? Wait. Oh yeah.
Obviously he's a little bit.
Keep that in.
Obviously a little bit hilly-billy. He's a little bit hilly-billy.
Yeah.
He's got the toothpiece and everything, mate. You belong in the hills, you know. He belongs in. And a man who comes from the hills, Ian, the Machine Freeman.
Does he?
I don't know. But let's see what he's got to say about Doski.
Lee Doski. The man can fight, the man can sing, the man plays the guitar. He's been around longer than God himself. The man is a great fighter, better stand up on the ground. So because he lacks a little bit on the ground, I'm going to give him 7 out of 10.
Ian, I'm not going to argue with you.
Who does argue with Ian Freeman, Grant?
Well, you don't want to do it.
No, he's nice. He's a very nice guy, and all of a sudden he gets them eyes. Goes, hey, what? What did you say? And you go like, hey, nothing, Ian. That was all right. But going on about Ian, he is a great commentator. The more you hear him commentate on the fights, he's amazing.
He's actually found his
Hello,
home.
Ian.
He has refereed. He's MC'd. He's obviously
he's fought.
cracking
Has he
fighter.
fought? Yeah.
He had a couple.
He was one of the first guys in the UFC in this country, and you know that anyway.
Smashed up Frank Mir.
UFC 38. I remember.
Nobody forgets that. Royal Albert Hall. But he has found his home. He's really talented.
Absolute talent. But another guy who's talented is the Guitar Hero, and we're going to check him out versus Jermaine the Pain Facey.
Break your guitar, break your other teeth, mate, and do your proper.
And coming out of that door just over there, if you'd all like to turn around, is some stupid merchant with a wig on, coming down with a guitar around his waist. I'd like you to cheer for that bloke there, and not to cheer for that bloke there. Thank you very much.
Just want to squeeze it.
But Doski, as you well know, very dangerous character. Good knees by Jermaine Facey. Good knee to the head by Jermaine Facey, then the body, good combinations. Hands, knees, great work.
He means business, Rob.
Big hooks.
Doski's just trying to weather the storm. At the moment he's doing a good job, but he is blocking most of them knees, but they will take the toll.
Facey stalking his man, Doski fires back, good clinch, good uppercut, good elbow. Both guys trading great shots, both guys looking for the plumkinch. Facey has it, good knee to the body. Good work.
Got tagged again there, Rob. Doski trying to go for the takedown against the side of the cage. In Facey's corner there.
That's right, looks to pick the ankle, but both fighters drop to ground. Jermaine Facey with a cut over his left eye. Doski looking for the leg submission. This could be dangerous. Very well skilled in submissions, Lee Doski. Looking for the heel.
Facey just slipped that leg out there.
Needs to be very, very careful. If Doski can get that heel hook in, he will.
Still got the leg there, Rob.
Right, working for it very, very well. Doski trying to straighten it out. Good work by Doski with the left hand, trying to work the cut of Jermaine Facey.
That cut, I just can't see it, Rob, but it looks just above the eye, the referee.
That's right, a glancing slit.
Both leg. Well, Lee's got his right leg triangled up across the body of Facey.
That's right, both men tangled into this position.
I believe Doski might just... Oh, nice strike there, but he's going to go... No, he's going to leave the leg. He's in a half guard at the moment there. We might see Doski in a bit of a dominant position with his ground skills. We're in the last 10 seconds of this first round.
And what a great first round it's been. Both these guys really entertaining the crowd with a great first round of action.
That was a great opening. Waterman is in the cage there and he's having a look at Jermaine Facey's cut.
And you can see these are the shots that were traded. Jermaine Facey when he was stalking Doski down, really firing shots, opened right up. Good knees, good punch combination, but he couldn't stop Doski.
Well, that's it. They were all unanswered there, Rob, but after that barrage from Jermaine Facey, Doski came back with a few more, but again, into the side clinch, took his man down, and we see him there. He has the left leg of Facey. He didn't take advantage of that. He was just happy, just softening his man up.
Good shoot, good sprawl.
It's good sprawl there from Facey.
Tries to work round, but Doski been there before. He's not going to allow him to. Facey tries to move round again, doesn't quite get it. Into the half guard of Lee Doski, into the full guard of Lee Doski.
Yes, it is the full guard now. I believe Doski will be happy in this position.
Right. Very comfortable and accomplished ground fighter. Very well versed in submissions, but right now it seems as though Jermaine Facey just trying to put the pressure on.
Well, Facey just looked over to his corner, just listening to the instructions.
Oh,
but
and
Doski slipped to the back of Facey. He's got them hooks in. He's softening up his opponent.
This could be dangerous times. Jermaine Facey not happy with being hit in the back of the head.
He was just complaining to the referee. Doski did hold his hands up and say it was accidental, but he's still peppering shots, just trying to soften his opponent up.
Doski will look for the rear naked choke here, I'm sure. Jermaine Facey seeming very, very frustrated in underneath, and the choke seems to be on.
This could be it, Rob.
Doski puts it on nice and tight. This is the position it ended in the first time round, but this time Jermaine Facey taps. Lee Doski with a rear naked choke victory, and this time there can be no mistake.
Doski took advantage, got round to the back of his opponent, got the hooks in, turned him. I call that butterflied him, turned him upside down, sunk that choke in, got the tap he wanted to. Unlucky for Jermaine Facey.
Wow, I mean, that was the second time you had to choke out Jermaine just to prove a point. You definitely had him in, you said you definitely had him in first, he said he didn't.
I felt I had him in that first. I think he had like 50 seconds to survive, and I don't go anywhere. That's my move, really. And,
but he is a survivor.
He is very resilient, very tough, and a nice guy out of the cage as well. I know people say that a lot, but he
is resilient, but it's amazing the first fight and the second fight. You choked him in the same way on both fights.
Exactly the
same.
same.
You proved the point, didn't you?
Yeah, that was really good. If it ended a different way, it might have been funny, but because you ended it the same way.
Yeah.
I just hope after we come back, maybe you got another tune for us. Not quite yet, because we've had enough of you already, but maybe a bit later on. Mate, if we can fit him in. He does my nuts in, people, I'm telling you. But a guy will do more than your nutting. He'll do your leg in. This is Khalid Ismail, being interviewed by CJ.
Khalid Ismail after his great fight. So did you expect it to finish that soon?
No, I was actually, I wanted a war, so that's what you promised yesterday.
The quick war.
Yeah, it was a quick war, so one kick.
That's just amazing. I mean, how have you been training for it?
I mean, we do stand-up kickboxing, so I've been training 2-3 times a day, every day, 6 days a week, so trained hard and paid off.
Oh, definitely. In the first round, such short, I mean, that was amazing. 8 seconds, there we are then. Everyone was just, in the crowd was just like, oh my gosh. But, I mean, you proved yourself, and what do we want to see next from you?
I mean, I just want to keep fighting, so whoever's next, I'll just, whoever Dave wants me to fight, I'll keep doing it, so.
Next time it'll just be one punch.
Well, hopefully, yeah, keep it easy.
All right, then hopefully we'll see you in the cage again soon. Well done for tonight, it was wicked.
I mean, that must have hurt.
Bang. Wayne Brown, well, you could see how much pain he was in, and he did actually snap his tib and fib.
Well,
so.
Khalid Ismail, I mean, there's a guy. Would you kind of like have a tear up? You'd have a tear up with anybody, wouldn't you?
I can't believe I ain't already fought him. I probably have. I have to look down my card.
Yeah.
I know that late sounds
I
familiar.
mean, you know when you look down that night, I mean, that's like 30 fights you've had. I mean, you start looking down and you're like, oh, that old one.
Yeah,
it must be like the who's who of like who he's fought.
29.
Yeah, but he's had a few that haven't been on there, so don't give it to me. Anyway, I'm gonna while we're showing this, I'm gonna give him a little dig. This is Mark Carlin's Gym of the Week.
This week for Gym of the Week, I've come down to Primal Lifestyle. This is the Secret Strength and Conditioning Zone. I'm here with celebrity trainer Paul Dash and the Primal Lifestyle team. Guys, what are we going to do?
This is where the training begins.
Let's get primal. Now, I'm here with Matt Walden. Matt is the owner of Primal Lifestyle Fitness Centre. Matt, how you doing?
Very good, thanks, mate. Yeah.
Now, Matt, I want to talk about what you're doing down here.
Right, we have all kinds of functional exercise equipment here, so we can train athletes up to the very sort of top level that they can achieve. We've got basic stuff we can do power-based training on, speed, yeah.
Speed.
We've got stability type stuff, yeah, exactly. So it's pretty cutting edge stuff. We've got ways that we can train people, which is unique.
Can I talk about some of the cutting edge stuff here?
Yeah, of course.
The stick with a screw in it.
Exactly. Well, it's not exactly just a stick with a screw in it. It's a neutralizer, and it's designed so that people can maintain a neutral spine when they're first doing their squats or their deadlifts, this kind of exercise. And it basically means that they can get trained up in optimal technique, so then when they start loading themselves up heavier, they're not going to get injured and they're going to reach their maximum performance.
So if I wanted to squat with someone, I should squat with a neutralizer.
Exactly, with a rod down your back. Yeah.
Let's go and see how that works.
So this is designed to keep your spine in a neutral position when you're doing your squats and your deadlifts and that kind of thing. It's good for beginner trainers to learn their technique. Okay, so just tighten that up there and that'll hold it in place. That's it, and just try going down as a squat type movement. That's it. Good. And so to be honest, Mark's posture was so bad the neutralizer couldn't really help him, so I think I found another solution for him.
This is Mark Carling for Gym of the Week.
The time is kicking, whatever it is. Doski, we've got to say goodbye to you, my friend. It's been an absolute pleasure having you. But instead of our normal outro, I think he's going to sing us a little tune.
Play us out.
Play us out.
You sing me out. Have some of this. Here we go.
We'll be back next week with Cage Fighter. Stay tuned to Sky Sports. We'll see you next week with lots of stuff about this sport.
We'll see you next time on Cage Fighter.
You're unbelievable. Cage Fighter, the warrior.